GamerFitNation's Antwand Blackbible also loves Black Bible. I'm here with my man Dominique Gay, senior producer of Watch Dogs. Now, I know you're excited. I'm excited. Everybody's excited because it's coming to PS4 and Xbox One, and you really want to play it at its best. So he's gonna break it down for you. We saw a little bit of it running. It's pretty cool. So tell us, what you've done since E3, and how what as far as graphics from PS3 to PS4, Xbox to Xbox,
Yeah. So it was already at E3 this year. We were pretty close to what we thought would be the power of those machines for launch. But since then, our engineers have been hard at work, nailing down exactly the kind of performance that we're going to get out of PS4 and Xbox One. And we've been super happy because we had this vision for what we could do with Watch Dogs on next-gen platforms, but we didn't have the platforms until earlier this year. So now, finally, we're able to run on them. We're getting the performance that we wanted. It's looking great. So for us, it's good. We're ready to ship at the end of this year, both on next-gen and on current-gen platforms.
All right, so you said in the end of this year, so it's not a launch title as far as...
Yeah, we're aligned with the launch of the platforms.
So props to you, because I know it had to be a little last minute, for you to, try to port it over. So.
Yeah, so we were praying they would, launch at a time that fitted with our own production timeline, and it's the case. So now we're closing down the game. We're just finishing debugging the last couple of bugs and getting ready to ship in the next few weeks.
The hardest thing to ever talk about, when we ask these questions, is the story. Like we want to know more of the story without spoiling it. It seems very interesting, but can you give us a little bit more detail as far as where the story's going? The goal?
Yeah, so the game starts and you're chasing the people who've hurt your family. So it's a very simple premise. Some people hurt your family. The problem is you don't know exactly who or why. They wanted to stop you from doing something. Now you're going to try and find those guys, get back at them, and figure out what they're trying to stop you from doing. So you're going to end up fighting some very powerful forces in Chicago in doing so, and you're going to have to face some pretty tough opposition to get back at the people who hurt your family.
You showed us a couple gameplay. You showed us a little bit open world. Can you tell us things that you weren't able to tell us before, as far as the open world gameplay?
Yeah. So now I can give you a lot more information. So in Watch Dogs, you have a core main adventure to play through. You have over 50 missions that will get you closer to the people who've hurt your family in your quest for vengeance. But on the side, we have hundreds of missions. So the player can do various contracts per faction within the city to get money, to buy more guns, more vehicles, also get more ability to hack, grow his ability to hack into the city. So there's missions that's going to, we are working as a driver for hire, doing various challenges linked to driving. Other missions will have you taking down super powerful criminals within the city. Others will have you looking for certain criminals and trying to prevent crimes from happening, like a vigilante within Chicago. But there's also a lot of things, some of my favorite things, that are just about invading people's privacy, getting into people's houses and seeing what you can find and what you can use there.
So I was going to ask you about the moral aspect of that. Like, is it built on the system where you can just go complete villain, or is it, or you're the good guy, you just so happen to use what you need?
So, in our vision of Aiden Pierce, our main character, he's not a good guy, but he's not evil either. He's somewhere in the middle. So he has his own morals.
Anti-hero, right?
Yeah, kind of. He does pretty extreme things, so I wouldn't call him a good citizen, but, he's got principles. The thing is, it's an open world game and we're giving the player a lot of freedom, so we don't want to force him into a corner here. We want to let him play the way he wants to play. So if you want to play a bit more chaotic, that's okay. If you want to play really, adhering to the rule of law and try to be as nice a guy as you can be, that's okay too. And the city's going to recognize that. So you're going to start having a reputation. And the media are going to start talking about you. The people in the street are going to start talking about this guy in the city and all he's been doing. So you're going to get a reflection of the way you've been playing Watch Dogs. When
you announce that you'll be able to hack into other players' games and they'll be able to hack into your games, I think that's insanely cool, because I would love to just ruin other people's lives just by going their game, stealing, hacking everything, and then leaving.
What's cool? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, no, I mean, but so how, you know, can you tell us more detail? Like, I mean,
Sure.
I know you can download the information, but could I just go in there and just kill them?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different things you can do. Sometimes you can go in someone else's game to hack them. And you're doing that, you're basically putting a virus in their system. And you're building up your botnet, the people you've put virus into. And you can see it. You can see all the players you've put virus into their devices. But they know it too. They know they're in your botnet. And they can come back at you and try to free themselves from that virus. So basically the most powerful player out there wants to hack the other powerful players to have much more notoriety, but he also becomes a big target for other players who want to come at him. So it's a very much of a game in itself happening within the game world. One of the cool things is that it's creating paranoia. So you're in this world where everybody watches everybody and you never know, is this some other NPC in the street or is it another player? So that's a cool little paranoia going on in the game.
Now, we saw that, you know, in the single player gameplay, so when you're running and everything, or cops are chasing you, or someone's chasing you, you can control different aspects of the world. You know, like you could bring up the poles from the street and everything. You can make the lights go green so you can press.
Yeah.
So, could I, as a person invading another person's world, do those same things? Like if they're chasing me, bring the pole.
Of course, and both guys are able to hack within the city. I mean, from their perspective, it's their city, right? From both of their perspective, it's their city. So you have two hackers in the city. So your car chase, someone's hacked the bridge, the other guy hacked something else, trying to get to each other. And that's a lot of the fun also, is how can you use hacking to get to achieve your goal. Some people are sometimes wondering, yeah, but what if I want to be left alone? You know, what if I don't want to have a guy coming in my game? So we respect that completely. So you're going to have an option to opt out of that gameplay if you want. You can basically say, leave me alone. I don't want to have anyone coming to you. You can do that, but I don't suggest you do because it's really a lot of fun, and we balance it out. I mean, there was not going to be a guy in your game every 5 minutes. We balance it out. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That is the question. Is it only one person allowed to be in?
Yeah. So we decided to keep it to one person.
That'll be hectic, right?
Yeah, it's actually not a technical reason, it's a design reason. We didn't want it to become chaotic. It needs to remain fun, and that's the number where it was fun, where you keep in control of your city. And imagine you have like 5 hackers, it would become chaotic.
You have the hacking aspect, but as far as online, is it team modes or anything like that, or is it just...
Yeah, we also have other online modes that we're going to be talking about in the next couple of weeks, but not yet.
I knew it. I was waiting for that one thing. I was like, he's going to give me that beautiful face they always give me, but
yeah, not yet. Well, there's one other thing that we talked about, and it's how we're going to allow people to use their phones or tablets to play with people directly on their consoles. And that's a first. And it's not only sharing a couch in the same room. I can be on the bus, I can be using my phone and playing with you. You're in your living room, 1,000 miles away. You're playing on your PS4 and I'm playing directly with you on my phone. So the way that works is I'm going to be competing with you. I become a CTOS employee, a guy who manages the city basically, and I will direct police forces, I'll directly control the chopper, I'll dispatch cops after you, I'll hack into the city system, and you're going to be underground trying to achieve certain objectives, and it's a competition between you and me. And I get rewards, I grow up in power, I can equip my chopper with more abilities, I can have more powerful items that I can use to try and stop you. And you're on the ground and you're seeing all this happening. One of the things that he can do is he can hack into any of the screens in the city and he can send you messages. So you're running down the street and there's like a billboard saying you want a beer, you want to go out tonight. So it's fun. It's a cool way of playing with someone else in a different way. And it's really a full-blown game mode in itself.
Awesome, man. I'm loving it.
Cool.
See, I hope I got a lot of details for you. Keep it up.
Cool.
I can't wait for it. I'm going to get it on PS4. But at the same time, if you're not getting the next gen system, you can get it on Xbox 360,
yep,
PS3, and Xbox One. So, GamerFitNation, peace.